This is the new 2023 Expedition, and in this video, I'm going to break down every single thing you need to know before placing your order. The new Expedition is available in 6 different trim levels, 14 different equipment groups, 10 different colors, 2 different lengths, and countless different options. And if this sounds confusing, you have my word. If you'll watch this video all the way through, I will break it down where it is very easy to understand. And all that I ask for you to do in return is to smash that like button. Also, I'm going to leave some timestamps down below, so if you want to drill down into the trim level that you want to know about, you can do that easily. First up, let's take a helicopter view of the Expedition itself. The Ford Expedition, it actually sits on a chassis that was introduced in the 2018 year model. And Ford recently did a mid-cycle refresh on the 2022. Now, there are going to be a lot of differences, or similarities rather, that compares the 2022 model year to the 2023 model year. Let's start out with the XL trim level. This is considered the work truck version of the Expedition, even though the Expedition really isn't a pickup truck. But anyways, the XL Expedition has 4 different equipment groups that you can choose from. The 100A equipment group, 101A, and 102A packages. And those are all going to be considered a fleet-only equipment group, meaning that you have to have a valid FIN code, which stands for Fleet Identification Number, just to even order those options. So forget about it. I mean, for time's sake, I'm not going to go into detail on those particular equipment groups because they are fleet, but you can pause the screen to see what each of those include just in case you're one of those rare customers with a FIN code. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the only equipment group available to a retail customer, and that's the 104A equipment group. This automatically adds the STX package, and it is worth noting that that package is available only as a 5-seater, and it's also not available in the max length configuration. The STX package is a fantastic value, which, by the way, I'm not going to cover any prices in this video because as sure as I'm sitting here, there's going to be more inflation and the Expedition will probably have some mid-year price increases. So check out our website if you have any other questions. But for the reason that I said the STX is such a good value is because it comes standard with a 12-inch Sync 4 system. I mean, you're talking wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you even have Ford Pass Connect where you can control the vehicle wirelessly directly from your smartphone app. Unlock, lock, and remote start your vehicle. And the favorite thing that I like about the STX package is that you're getting an Expedition that is pretty much an affordable vehicle, but it doesn't look like a work truck. Now, all of the Expeditions have a 3.5 V6 that Ford calls ecoboost. This is a twin turbo with direct and port fuel injection. If you go up to the higher trim levels, there is a high output version of this engine available, but keep in mind the displacement on every Expedition engine is going to be the exact same. Now, the only other package that's available on the XL trim level is going to be a heavy-duty trailer tow package, and it comes with the options that you see right there on the screen. There are also a few standalone options on the XL, but they're pretty self-explanatory, so there's no real reason for me just to waste your time and reading them off to you one by one, so just pause the screen if you want to. Moving one step up, the XLT trim level is arguably the most popular trim level. It comes with everything that comes standard in the XL, plus you get the options that you see right there. Calling out a few notable mentions, the XLT is the first trim level that you can get a 3rd row seat in. That means this trim level of an Expedition can seat up to 8 people. The XLT also is available in a regular length, or you can opt for the max length, which, as I've already mentioned, is the extended length. This allows for a little bit more cargo room behind that 3rd row seat. Now, from here on, just know that every Expedition is available in either the regular length or the max length, and they are also available as a 2-wheel drive or a 4-wheel drive. The XLT Expedition has cloth seats right out of the box, but there is a material called Active X that's available, and we'll cover that a little bit more here in just a second. So you know what, let's just go ahead and cover that right now. The 200A equipment group is what you get standard on the XLT Expedition. That has those cloth seats we just talked about. You step up to the 202A equipment group, you pick up Active X seating. This is a vegan alternative to leather, and every customer that I've ever introduced to that seat none of them have been able to tell the difference between this and leather. Now, I mean, I tell them, obviously, but every one of them are surprised at how good it looks. But the 202A equipment group, it also comes with a 10-way power driver seat, and it also comes with 8-way power passenger seat. My favorite, intelligent access with push-button start, is also included in that equipment group. And with options like the ambient lighting, power liftgate, remote start, and heated and ventilated seats, there is no question that this is the most popular equipment group for the XLT Expedition. It may even be the most popular equipment group out of all trim levels of the Expedition. But now that we have the equipment groups out of the way for the XLT, let's talk a little bit more about the freestanding packages that you can choose. First up, let's talk about the Special Edition package. This comes with an upgraded 20-inch wheel. It comes with Ford's Co-Pilot Assist, which is basically Ford's suite of driver assist technologies. And for the first time, we've talked about in this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of everything that is included in that particular version of the Ford Co-Pilot 360 Assist Plus. It's a mouthful, terrible naming, but a great technology. The Intelligent Adaptive Cruise Control uses radar sensors in the front bumper to maintain a safe distance between you and that vehicle in front of you. And it will maintain that safe distance all the way to a complete stop. That's what stop and go is. In addition, you have lane centering assist, which will help you stay in the middle of that lane as long as you have your hands on the steering wheel. Now, there's more to that package, but those are pretty much the highlights that I like. That Special Edition package will also come with front parking sensors, evasive steering assist, and intersection assist. The next package I want to talk about for the XLT Expedition is the Black Accent package. It looks fantastic. Instead of naming off everything that it comes with, just know that this package is only available with an exterior color of agate. It comes, you can only get it if you get a black vehicle, but it does a great job of removing most of the chrome bits from the vehicle and replacing them with black accents. It pretty much blacks out the truck. Now, the heavy-duty trailer tow package comes with an upgraded 3.73 gear ratio, an integrated trailer brake control, Pro Trailer Backup Assist, 360 camera, and a whole lot more that's just going to make your life very, very easy when it comes to towing. Now, there's also a good number of freestanding options available on the Expedition. Since most of these are just like the XL, they're pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to list them right there on the screen. But one thing I do want to talk about is the Ford accessories and the DIOs, also known as Dealer Installed Accessories. Ford offers a pretty decent number of accessories and DIOs that you can have added to the vehicle's window sticker. And you can call me a little paranoid if you want to, but with all the supply chain issues that are going on, I personally would recommend leaving those items off of the window sticker. Most of those items are available for purchase through your dealer or an online channel. I'm just a little concerned that those items may or may not slow down the scheduling of your Expedition. The general rule of thumb with ordering any Ford vehicle right now is that if the option is not a deal breaker, you need to consider leaving it off. Next up, let's talk about Timberline. This trim level I'm really excited to talk about, the brand new Timberline package. Debuted in the 2022 model, this is Ford's newest addition to the Ford Expedition. That rhymed. But anyways, before we go into a deep dive on this trim level, I want to let you know that if you're ordering an Expedition, give us a call. Our guys and gals here are highly trained to help you, and we never charge a penny over MSRP on any of our customer ordered vehicles. So go ahead and give us a call, and you'll thank me later. But anyways, getting back to the Timberline, Ford has limited configurations on this particular trim level. Since this is supposed to be like the off-road version of the Expedition, no max or extended length is available for the Timberline. In addition, Ford knows that a smaller wheel and a more of a sidewall on the tire is better for off-roading, and that is why this vehicle is only offered with an 18-inch black wheel that's wrapped around a P265/70R18 all-terrain tire. There's a whole lot of badging all the way around to make sure your buddies know that you bought the off-road version of the Expedition. In fact, they even have a unique puddle lamp that illuminates and shows off your fancy Timberline. Included in this trim level, you have ActiveX seats, standard equipment. Power driver and passenger seat with all kinds of adjustment are also standard. The Timberline also comes available with equipment groups 500A equipment group and 501A equipment group. Just know that when you step up to that 501, you pick up the massive 15.5-inch LCD touchscreen. This is the same touchscreen you can find in the Mustang Mach-E and the Ford F-150 Lightning. It's the technology that Ford calls their Sync 4A system. It features Ford's latest infotainment software, and this upgraded equipment group also picks up the B&O audio system that has 12 speakers, including a subwoofer. Ford Copilot 360 Assist 2.0 is also included standard in this particular. Once again, that's the driver assist technologies that Ford offers. There's a lot more you get with that 501A equipment group. The last one I want to mention is the 12.4 productivity screen that you're going to find inside of the instrument cluster. The packages available for the Timberline are pretty limited. You have an option for the heavy-duty trailer tow package, and that's pretty much it. The standalone options are also very limited. Panoramic Vista roof is an option on the 500A equipment group because it's standard on the 501A equipment group. But the advanced cargo manager is also available, and in case you're skipping around on the video, I want to remind you that the dealer installed options on the Ford accessories, they can be added onto the window sticker, but because I'm paranoid of the current supply chain issues, I would highly recommend leaving those items off of your order. It may not slow down your order, but you don't want to find out later the hard way that your whole build is being delayed because of an option that could have just been installed at the dealership. So if the Timberline is focused towards off-roading, the Limited is really focused towards luxury, and that's why you see a lot of different luxury items included in the Limited at no extra cost. Things like the Panoramic Vista roof, leather trim seats, not the Active X seats. And also you got other features that are included in the standard equipment group. This is where you get the foot activated liftgate, but because of the microchip shortage, Ford is actually forcing the removal of options like that, auto start stop, and active park assist, where the vehicle can parallel and perpendicular park itself. I guess this is Ford's way of trying to conserve these different microchips and really kind of conserve those for the most crucial options that they have available. Also, did you know that 80% of you guys watching this video right now are not subscribed to our YouTube channel? And if you're getting any valuable information out of this video, consider subscribing with that bell notification turned on. That way you don't miss any of the good content we have coming for you guys. The Limited Expedition gets a little crazy with equipment groups. You have a mid package, which is the 301A. You have a high package, which is the 302A, and above that you have a stealth package, which is a 303A, and a stealth performance package, which is a 304A. Don't worry, I'm going to spend some time deciphering all of these different equipment groups for you. First off, I want to focus on the mid and the high package. The mid package is what's known as the 301A equipment group, and it is standard for the Expedition Limited, as it comes with all of the standard equipment that the normal Limited comes with. If you decide to step up to the high package, you pick up upgraded grille, the 22-inch polished aluminum wheels, which look fantastic, by the way. The high package, it comes with a heavy-duty independent suspension system, power deployable running boards, and much, much more. Now, I believe the 302A equipment group, it's going to be the sweet spot for a lot of people that are looking at the limited trim level. But if you really don't like the look of a chrome or a polished aluminum, you might want to consider stepping up to the stealth package. That's the 303 equipment group, and it gives you 22-inch black painted wheels, sport tuned suspension. Pretty much everything on the truck is going to be blacked out, hence the name stealth package. There's more to this package, but the main thing is everything's pretty much blacked out. Now, in full disclosure, this exact specification is what I have on order for my wife. This is my wife's vehicle, and we're both really excited to get it, but I think I'm the one that's more excited than anybody else. If the looks alone are not enough for you, you can also upgrade all the way to the Stealth Performance Package, which is the 304A equipment group. This package is very similar to the Stealth package we just talked about, but this version picks up the high output version of the 3.5 EcoBoost engine. This is basically the same motor you're going to find in the F-150 Raptor. This engine's supposed to make something like 440 horsepower versus the normal 375 horsepower, which is just not enough. Either way, you're going to have plenty of power. But the massive 15.5-inch Sync 4A infotainment system is available as an option on the 302 and 303 and 304 equipment groups. It is also worth noting that this trim level of the Expedition comes standard with second row captain's chairs. But you do have the ability to swap that out for a second row bench seat, and that's got Ford's tip and slide technology. This is a really cool feature that allows you to tilt the seat forward and then slide it up so people can access the third row seat. This is really convenient if you've got car seats in the second row. You can still get people back to that third row without having to remove any car seats. The King Ranch trim level is a very unique option. It combines rugged appearance with some really nice luxury features. To accomplish the rugged look, Ford is adding King Ranch badges all over the place. They've also got some stone gray painted accents on the bumper, the grills, even the power deployable running boards. That theme is even carried on into the interior. It's got a Del Rio leather, which fancy name. Del Rio leather is included for all of the seats, as well as a Mesa Del Rio leather steering wheel that has Kingsville stitching. Don't ask me what that means, but it sounds fancy. Anyways, the King Ranch comes standard with all of the fancy technology that you can get in an Expedition. 15.5-inch Sync 4A system, the 12.4-inch infotainment, or not the infotainment, but the instrument cluster, and the B&O Unleashed sound system. But this one has 22 speakers, including a subwoofer. I mean, this thing is insane. But the King Ranch doesn't just give you, very many options to select from. That's mainly because everything comes standard with it pretty much already. You can choose between a heavy-duty trailer tow package and an advanced cargo manager and a couple of other smaller packages and options. Really not worth noting through those. But the Platinum is the trim level that is the ultimate spec for the Expedition. This thing is the epitome of luxury. On the outside, you've got 22-inch polished aluminum wheels, a satin aluminum grille, a satin aluminum tailgate applique, and this thing has even got the continuously controlled dampening suspension, CCD, with road preview. This is an unbelievable technology that allows the vehicle to continually adjust the suspension for the best ride no matter what kind of road you're driving on. The vehicle can even sense potholes in advance and lessen the damping rate before you hit the pothole. I mean, who knows? This thing could even save you from damaging a tire or a wheel. The 15.5-inch massive LCD touchscreen, the one that you have to pay for on the other trim levels, is standard on the Platinum. Even the steering wheel is made out of an ultimate luxury Woolsdorf leather wrap steering wheel with a pecan Euro stitching. That even just sounds expensive. But even the audio system is ridiculous. B&O Unleashed audio system, just like you'll find on the King Ranch, 22 speakers, including that subwoofer. Hands down, my favorite feature on the Platinum is the Ford Copilot 360 Active 2.0. That active is important. Here's why. Blue Cruise. You see, the Platinum trim level is the only way to get Blue Cruise on the new Expedition. And if you're just joining us and you don't know what Blue Cruise is, that's a driver assist technology that allows you to drive hands and feet free on certain sections of divided road. It's really not fully autonomous driving, but it ain't really all that far from it. But there is one gigantic flaw with the Platinum trim level, especially right now. In the past, the biggest selling point for the Platinum was the multi-contour seats. That's where the Expedition has these tiny little air bladders built into the seats. Those bladders would inflate and deflate at different locations to massage your butt and your back. Now, that amazing feature is only offered in the Platinum trim level for the Expedition. But now, due to whatever supply chain issues we want to blame it on, it's really the feature that is no longer available. Let me be clear, Ford shows this as an available option on the 2023 Expedition, but when I try to order the 2023 Expedition Platinum with those seats, I'm not able to submit that order at all. In addition, the Platinum F-150, they've blatantly removed that option out of any and all of their different trim levels. With that said, I really don't think this option is going to be available in the next year or so. So just a little word of the wise. That's one of the key selling points of that Platinum. But just like the King Ranch, the Platinum trim does come standard with pretty much every option possible. The only real exception to that is that heavy-duty trailer tow package, and pretty much that's it. The 2023 Expedition. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Peace.